Imagine stumbling upon a hidden treasure, a secret buried deep within the sands of time and the earth. This isn't a mere fantasy, but a reality that unfolded in the biblical lands. In the realm of archaeology, every scrape of the trowel, every sift of the soil can lead to a breakthrough. And so it happened in the cradle of ancient civilizations, the biblical lands. A discovery so profound that it sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology and history. A treasure trove, nestled under layers of history, untouched and waiting to tell its story. We're not just talking about a few shards of pottery or fragments of ancient texts. No, this was a discovery of a scale and magnitude that left even the most seasoned archaeologists astounded. An entire city lost in the annals of time, tucked away, waiting patiently for its secrets to be unveiled. As archaeologists dug deeper, they began to realize the significance of their find. Here was a city that thrived at a time when biblical narratives were taking shape. The artifacts and structures found within its confines could potentially offer new insights into the world as it was during those formative years. Imagine what it would mean to our understanding of biblical history. This discovery could be the key to unlocking a new perspective, a new interpretation of events that have shaped our beliefs, our values, and our understanding of the past. It could help us to see the biblical lands not just as a backdrop to the stories we've heard, but as an active participant in them. The biblical lands have always been a rich tapestry of history and culture. But with this discovery, that tapestry has the potential to become even more intricate and enlightening. It's like finding a missing piece of a puzzle, a piece that could help us see the bigger picture with a new clarity. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The biblical lands hold many more secrets waiting to be uncovered. If you want more of this content, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. May God be with you. God bless. To truly grasp the significance of this discovery, we need to journey back in time to the biblical land's early days. Picture a world untouched by the hands of time, a world just freshly pulled from the hands of the Creator. This is the world of Genesis, the cradle of civilization. In the book of Genesis, we find the first account of human history. The narrative begins with the creation of the world and then introduces us to the Garden of Eden. This garden, a place of perfect peace and harmony, is where our earliest ancestors, Adam and Eve, first drew breath. It was a paradise lost, a reminder of how things were meant to be. As the chapters unfold, we see the first cities rise from the dust. These early settlements, including Enoch, built by Cain, and later Babel, the infamous city of the tower, were the genesis of urban life as we know it. Each brick laid, each wall erected, was a testament to man's ingenuity and his longing for community. Then the narrative takes us to the lives of the early patriarchs. These were men of faith who lived in these lands, from Noah, who built the ark, to Abraham, who left his homeland to start a new nation, to Jacob, who wrestled with God. Their stories, filled with trials, victories, and divine encounters, formed the bedrock of the faith shared by billions today. The biblical lands, therefore, are more than just geographical locations. They are the backdrop to the earliest chapters of human history. They bore witness to the first steps of mankind, the first words spoken, the first cities built, and the first stories told. These lands saw the dawn of civilization and the birth of narratives that would shape the world. In the next scenes, we will journey through the epochs of Exodus and the Kingdom era and explore how these biblical lands continued to shape the course of history. These lands witnessed the dawn of civilization and the birth of narratives that would shape the world. From the cradle of civilization, we move to a land of bondage, as depicted in the book of Exodus. This land, Egypt, was a place of suffering and hardship for the Israelites. They were enslaved, forced to labor under the Egyptian sun, building monuments to Pharaoh's glory. Their cries for deliverance echoed through the ages, a poignant reminder of the human spirit's resilience. The pages of the Exodus recount the story of the Israelites' liberation from this bondage. The narrative is filled with divine interventions, miracles, and the power of faith. The 10 plagues of Egypt inflicted by God through Moses are iconic depictions of divine justice. These ranged from a river turning into blood to swarms of locusts, to the death of the firstborn in every Egyptian household. Each plague was a direct challenge to the Egyptian gods, a powerful statement of the supremacy of the God of Israel. Then came the Exodus, the mass departure of the Israelites from Egypt. Led by Moses, they embarked on a 40-year journey through the wilderness, guided by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. They were heading towards a land promised to them by God, a land flowing with milk and honey. But what does archaeology say about these events? The evidence is intriguing. Papyrus documents from ancient Egypt contain accounts of unusual natural disasters, some of which strikingly parallel the biblical plagues. Artifacts and inscriptions discovered in the Sinai Peninsula provide tantalizing hints of a large group's long stay in the wilderness. These archaeological findings, while not definitive, offer compelling support for the biblical narrative. They add to the rich tapestry of the history of these lands, providing us with a glimpse into the past, into a time of bondage, liberation and divine intervention. These tales of liberation and divine intervention are deeply etched in the sands of these lands. Next, we journey to the era of kings and prophets, a tumultuous period in the biblical land's history. This was a time where the Israelite monarchy began to take shape, and the sagas of King David and King Solomon unfolded. King David, a shepherd boy turned warrior, ascended to the throne, uniting the 12 tribes of Israel. His reign was marked by military victories, territorial expansion, and the establishment of Jerusalem as the national capital. David's story is one of courage, faith, and at times profound human weakness. Then came King Solomon, David's son, known for his wisdom and for building the magnificent First Temple of Jerusalem. His reign was a period of peace and prosperity, but it was also riddled with political intrigues and spiritual waywardness. Solomon's story serves as a poignant reminder of the perils of power and wealth. The era of kings was also the era of prophets. Men chosen by God, like Elijah and Isaiah, were sent to guide, correct and warn the kings and the people. They played a crucial role in shaping the spiritual, moral and political fabric of the kingdom. Archaeological evidence lends credibility to these narratives. Excavations in Jerusalem have unveiled structures and artifacts that many believe are linked to King David and King Solomon. Inscriptions on ancient pottery and seals bear the names of biblical figures, tying the physical evidence to the biblical accounts. The remnants of ancient cities, fortresses and temples echo the tales of power, glory and downfall. They are silent witnesses to a time when kings ruled, prophets spoke, and God's hand was at work in the history of a people. The biblical lands are a treasure trove of stories, lessons, and mysteries waiting to be uncovered. They invite us to journey back in time, to walk in the footsteps of kings and prophets, and to ponder the divine narrative woven into the fabric of human history. These lands bore witness to the rise and fall of kings, the prophecies, and the fulfillment of divine promises. Finally, we reach the end of an era, a time of revelation and transformation. As we delve into the New Testament era, we encounter a period marked by the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. In the humble corners of Galilee, a carpenter's son began a movement that would forever alter the course of human history. Jesus of Nazareth, with his teachings of love, forgiveness and salvation, sparked a light that would spread across nations. His life, crucifixion and resurrection are not just stories confined to the pages of the Bible. They are historical events imprinted on the land itself. Our journey through time brings us to the development of early Christianity, which was no easy task in a world riddled with persecution. Yet, it flourished, spreading its roots deep into the soil of these biblical lands. As we dig deeper into the earth, we unearth the silent witnesses of these transformative events. Ancient artifacts, inscriptions, and architectural remnants. These archaeological testimonies corroborate the biblical narratives, bridging the gap between faith and history. From the shores of the Sea of Galilee to the cobblestone streets of Jerusalem, every stone, every path bears silent witness to the life of Christ and the birth of Christianity. These lands have seen it all, from the birth of Christ to the spread of Christianity, shaping the course of human history. The biblical lands are a treasure trove of history, culture, and spirituality. Our journey, from the hidden discoveries to the revelation of an era, reveals a forgotten history that shapes our understanding of the past. These lands, once cradles of civilizations, kingdoms of prophets and kings, and places of exodus, hold a rich heritage waiting to be explored. Let's preserve and study this legacy, for it's a testament of faith and resilience. If you want more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. May God be with you. God bless.